Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. Jono here. So today we're going to work on or experiment with some stress release yoga. And what does that really mean? Well, stress release yoga can be a lot of different things. But sometimes when I'm stressed out, I just want to move. And we're going to also utilize a breathing technique, which is basically going to be just sighing out through our mouths in the different poses, exhaling through our mouths. Okay, so let's get started. So come to a comfortable seat, whether you're seated on your heels, like I am, or sitting cross-legged, whatever's most comfortable, and sit up nice and tall. Might help to sit up on something if you are seated cross-legged, to have your hips a little bit higher than your feet. And then close your eyes if that's comfortable. And sit up nice and tall. Try to soften your shoulders and relax the muscles around your eyes, which can be quite difficult in the start if we're feeling quite overstimulated. But just do your best. And then here we'll start to deepen our inhales and lengthen our exhales. Balancing the length of your inhale with the length of your exhale. Maybe even setting an intention just to be kind to yourself today. Listen to your body. And then on your next exhale, exhale fully. Inhale deeply, fill your belly, fill your chest. Pause at the top, breathe in a little bit more air. And exhale, sigh it out. Full release. Inhale deeply, 2 more times. Pause, breathe in a little bit more air. And sigh it out. Good, and last one, deep inhale. Pause, breathe in a little bit more. Pause, and full release. Nice, take a couple of normal breaths. Notice how you're feeling after those 3 deep breaths, exhaling through your mouth. Might even start to feel a little shift here in your energy, in your state of being. Nice, then we'll start moving. So please make your way onto all fours. Tabletop position. Stacking your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and then we're going to find our way up into downward facing dog straight away. So spread your fingers wide, push your hips nice and high. And then start to lower one heel down towards the ground at a time as you arrive, just double checking that your feet are about hip distance apart. More wide or more narrow is okay too. And come back to your deep, even breath. And find stillness. Push into your hands, straight, strong arms, soften through your shoulders, come up onto your tippy toes, bend your knees a little bit, angle your sitting bones up, push into your hands, up through your hips, firm your core, and then push your heels down, but they don't have to touch. Then inhale deeply. Pause, breathe in a little bit more, and sigh it out. One more deep inhale. Pause, breathe in a little more, and sigh it out. Full release. Good, then look forward, start taking little steps towards the top of your yoga mat. Once you arrive, feet parallel, inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins. And exhale, fold, draping your upper body over the support of your legs. Hold on to opposite elbows, either in front or behind your knees. And feel free to sway a little bit here from side to side, fully relaxing through your shoulders and your neck. We'll stay for one more breath. Good, then arms heavy, release your elbows, roll up into a standing position. Head lifts last, just rise with a straight spine if this doesn't feel good for you. And once you arrive, palms facing forward, inhale, roll your shoulders forward and up. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down and back. Good, one more. Inhale, forward and up. And exhale, down and back. Good, moving into our flow. So on your next inhale, push into your feet. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your right foot back. Lower your back knee down to the floor. If you have a mat, if you're on a hard surface, please feel free to pad your knee. Make yourself as comfortable as possible here. Then we'll rise up. Inhale, stretch both arms up. Low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Feel free to look up if that's okay for your neck. Soften your shoulders here and breathe. Good. Then on your next inhale, stretch a little bit higher. Exhale, lower both hands down. Then as you inhale, reach your left arm up towards the sky, twisting here. Gaze up towards your hand if that's okay for your neck. Option to pick up your back knee as well. If your back knee is lifted, work towards straightening your back leg. Your back heel is lifted nice and high. We'll stay for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower both hands down. Now start to walk your hands back towards your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Straighten your front leg. I have to make this more comfortable for me, I have to shuffle my front heel forward, but just experiment with that. Okay, now with your hands underneath your shoulders, option to put your hands on blocks or books or something for more space. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward, lift your chest, and as you exhale, fold forward over your front leg. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold just like a wave. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, fold. Good. Then come back forward. Pick your back knee up. Spin your back heel down. Parallel your feet. Walk your hands down the long edge of your mat if you've got one. If not, just come into a wide-legged position here with your feet parallel in preparation for our wide-legged forward fold. So with your hands under your shoulders, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands onto your hips. Inhale, come on up to stand. Might have to shuffle your feet a touch, touch more narrow. And exhale here. Awesome. Then extend your arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the palms of your hands together behind your back. Inhale. Open up through your chest. Squeeze your elbows together. Broaden your upper chest. And exhale. Hinge forward with a generous bend in your knees, reaching your knuckles up towards the sky. If this is not accessible for you, please hold on to a towel or something in between your hands to give yourself more space here. Okay, now the more you straighten your knees, the more you're going to get into your hamstrings. The more you bend your knees, the more you're going to get into your hips. So wherever you're at, just work with your breath here. We'll take 3 deep inhales and exhales, sighing out through our mouth. So inhale deeply. Exhale, full release. Inhale deeply. Exhale, full release. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all go. Good. Then release your hands. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale. Start to walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Spin your back heel up. Point your front toes forward. And then place both hands on the inside of your front foot. Okay, lower your back knee to the floor. And then we'll come into a variation of humble warrior here with our back knee lowered. It's also an option to lift your back knee as well. Okay, so from here, start to walk your hands out past the front corner of your mat, or slightly forward and slightly to the right, up on your fingertips to make your arms longer, if that's comfortable, of course. Then inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Keep your shoulders soft. Good. Walk your hands back to either side of your front foot and push back to downward facing dog. Okay, option to go through a vinyasa flow here if you have that in your practice. Otherwise, just chill in downward facing dog. Push into your hands. Broaden your sitting bones back. Lengthen through your spine. Deep inhale. And exhale, full release. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Good, then look forward, walk, step, or hop your feet to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach both arms forward and up. And exhale, lower both hands together in front of your heart. Good. It's coming into the opposite side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, big step back with your left leg. Lower your back knee. Pad your back knee if you need to. Inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, soften here. Relax your shoulders. Turn your little fingers in to give your neck more space. Inhale, reach. Maybe look up. Exhale, lower both hands down. Come up onto your left fingertips. And then inhale, stretch your right arm up towards the sky. Lengthen through both sides of your body. Just gently squeeze your legs together. And then from that stability, push down to reach a little bit higher. As we did before, an option to lift your back knee if you did so on the first side. Then inhale, stretch. Exhale, lower both hands down. Coming into half monkey, Ardha Hanumanasana. So wiggle your front foot forward if you need to. Start to straighten your front leg, sending your hips back towards your back heel and flexing your front toes. And try to broaden your collarbones forward here, hands underneath your shoulders. And inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Two more just like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Awesome. Make your way back into low lunge. Pick your back knee up. Turn your back heel down. Parallel your feet. Walking your hands in between your legs underneath your shoulders. Coming into wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And this time we're just going to exhale, fold forward. And feel free to place your hands wherever feels comfortable. Whether that's towards your outer shins, ankles, holding onto your big toes. Or reaching your hands back with the tops of your hands on the floor. Just finding a position here for your arms that works for your body today. And come back to your breath, and we're going to take 3 deep, even breaths together, sighing out through the mouth. So inhale deeply. Exhale, full release. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, deep inhale. And full release. Good. Place your hands back underneath your chest. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, start to walk your hands back towards the front of your space or the top of your mat, pointing your front toes forward, turning your back heel up, and lowering your back knee to the floor. Bring both of your hands on the inside of your front foot, And coming into our baby humble warrior here, walk your hands out slightly forward and slightly to the left, or past the front left corner of your mat, up on your fingertips if you like, keeping your weight in your feet. Inhale, lift and lengthen, broaden your sit bones back, and exhale, fold. Just like a wave. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Maybe going a little deeper each time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Good. Walk your hands back, either side of your front foot. Pick your back knee up and take a big step back to downward facing dog. Option to go through your vinyasa flow here once again if that's what your body's asking for. Otherwise, we'll just meet in downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths together. Inhale, deep inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Okay, lower your knees down. Alright, we're going to come into 2 deep hip openers here. Okay, so starting with lizard pose, step your left foot out to your outer left hand. Okay, if you do have a mat, I like to have my toes off the mat, my heel on the mat, but just keep your front foot slightly wider than your front shoulder. Okay, then lift your toes up to keep the muscles around your ankle active and engaged. Then allow your front knee just to kind of roll out a little bit to the side if that feels good. Now give the option to stay here. Okay, if you do have blocks or pillows or something and you want to come down onto your elbows, feel free to do so. I'm just going to stay on my hands today. Then start moving your hips a little bit from side to side. Okay, this is a really deep hip opener, so please feel free to use the breath that we've been using in class today, exhaling through your mouth. Really helps with the intensity if you did choose to come into your deepest version of this pose. Okay, option to stay here or come into a twist, placing your left hand on your left knee, looking up over your top elbow, or to take this a step further, coming into a quad stretch, bend your back knee deeply, windmill your left arm up and around, grabbing the pinky toe side of your back foot, and then rolling onto the right side of your body. Breathing deep here, and we'll just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Coming into pigeon on this same side. Heel toe your front foot over to the right side of your space or your mat, just behind your hand. And then externally rotate your left leg, coming down onto the outside of your left knee. Okay. Now just choose an angle with your front knee that feels good for you. Untuck your back toes if that feels good. And then try to angle your hip bones towards the 2 front corners of your mat or the space that you're in, just to help keep your hips level. Okay, and then come on down onto your elbows. Just moving slowly here. Option to sway your hips a little bit from side to side, soften through your shoulders. Relax your head and neck. Visualizing any stress, any tension, leaving your body with each exhale. And we'll stay here for another few rounds of breath. If you would like to take this a step further, feel free to extend your arms out in front of you and lift your elbows up off of the ground, putting more weight into your feet, potentially deepening the stretch and then lowering down onto your forehead. But just take it easy, as we haven't done too much hip opening today to prepare us for this pose. So just listen to your body. Nice. And make your way back up onto your hands, back into tabletop position, all fours. Might feel good to straighten your left leg back behind you. Nice. And then make your way into lizard on the opposite side. Step your right foot to your outer right hand, to the your knee outside of your shoulder. Pick your toes up to activate the muscles around your ankle, and then roll onto the outside of your foot, if that feels alright. Okay, option to stay here or come down onto your elbows if you did so on the first side. Soften through your shoulders. Relax the area in between your shoulder blades. Soften through your facial muscles. And feel free to exhale out through your mouth if this is intense. Okay, option to stay here or come into a twist, placing your right arm onto your right knee, looking up over your top shoulder. Feel free to stay here or bend your back knee, windmill your right arm up and around, grabbing the outside of your back foot and rolling onto the left side of your body, maybe gazing back behind you. We'll just stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Making our way into pigeon. Heel to your front foot. Over to the opposite side of your mat. Externally rotate your right leg. Make sure your hip points are pointing straight forward. And then untuck your back toes. Come down onto your elbows. Okay, and we'll stay here for about 5 to 7 breaths or so. And we're almost done. Just breathe deep and slow. Exhaling through your mouth if you like. I find that really helps me when I'm holding a lot of tension in my body or feeling stressed. And give yourself credit for doing something so good so nourishing for your body and your mind. Okay, option to extend your arms out, lift your elbows, lower your forehead down if you did so on the first side. Good, then whenever you're ready, roll onto your outer right hip. Swing your left leg around in front. Okay, I'll give the option to stay in seated meditation for a little bit or to lie down onto your back. Just find a comfortable position. Just going to end by taking one more deep inhale and exhale together. So once you've found a comfortable position, empty your lungs. Inhale deeply. Pause, breathe in a little bit more. And full release. Good. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel a little bit more centered and relaxed, ready to take on the rest of your day. Namaste.